Hello and welcome to another episode in the Human Performance Science video series of stretches for emergency services workers. In this episode, we're going to be talking about tight hips. Hip flexor muscles, which are in the front of your hips here, are often tight due to excessive time sitting, waiting for jobs, in cars, getting to jobs, and also from wearing a lot of heavy load. And high intensity sprinting or running in kit is another stressor that can increase the load on your hip flexors. Having tight hip flexors can lead to hip and lower back pain, so it's really important that we do take the time to stretch them. I'm going to show you two ways that you can do a hip flexor stretch depending on your preference and your space availability. So the first is the most commonly preferred way to stretch. People find they get a little bit more range of motion. I like to take a cushion, but by all means, if you already have padding in your pants, you probably won't need one. And I kneel down. The key here is not to take too deep of a kneel. If you do that, you become stretching, or it becomes a groin stretch rather than a hip flexor stretch. So just create a little box, as in a square here, 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 and here. The next thing you want to think about doing is tucking your tailbone under. So you think about if you had a tail, you tuck it between your legs. If you're wearing a belt buckle, you flip the belt buckle up towards your face. And if you think about your pelvis, you're tucking your pelvis under. Once you do that, you might already feel the stretch in the front of the hip here, but then as you push forward just a little bit, you should really feel the stretch. And you can hold this stretch for 30 seconds, anywhere up to 2 minutes per side. Repeat as many times per day as you need. Alternatively, you can do this stretch up on a chair. This is particularly great for those with knee pain that can't kneel down, but also might be more viable depending on the space that you're in. So for this, exact same thing, tuck the tailbone under, or tuck your tail between your legs, flip your belt buckle up, then push forward, and you should feel the stretch in the front of your hip. The tuck under is the key point for this stretch that people miss. If you don't do it, you won't feel the stretch in the front of the hip. Again, you can repeat as many times per day as you feel that you need, so feel free to set a reminder on your phone to touch back in with this video again today. And if you want to stretch other parts of your body specific to emergency services workers, feel free to scan the other QR codes on this poster or check out our video series on YouTube.